YouTube, hope you guys are doing well. Raj here. Today I am back with a video which is going to be the first in a new series on my channel. This series is going to be called, or is called, Scents of the Week. And basically what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you guys some of the fragrances that I've been wearing over the last 7 days. Today is actually going to be a little bit different. It's going to be over the last 10 days. But yeah, just kind of like a scent of the day thing, but slightly extended, slightly longer than that. These could be full bottles, maybe I've reviewed them, maybe I haven't. Samples, decants, anything that I've been wearing basically. Not every single fragrance, maybe 3 or 4. There's 4 in here. And I won't be doing this video every single week, but every 2 or 3 weeks, just to show you guys, what I've been wearing basically. Recently. So yeah, let's just kick things off here and go straight into this one, which I wore a couple of times this week. This is from Dior. This is Fahrenheit Absolute. So for me, actually, this is the best Fahrenheit fragrance across the whole line. This is very different. I like what Dior have done here. They've taken a risk here, which Dior tend to do, and it is sweet incense. It has sweet incense in there. It's got a myrrh note adding to that sweetness actually, which makes it really interesting. Very very smooth actually, surprisingly, because there's also oud in here as well. When I first heard about this fragrance, I heard of obviously it's got the Fahrenheit DNA in there, and I thought incense and oud, this is going to be a powerful fragrance, and it is powerful, but it's also quite easy to wear, I find, at the same time. It's definitely something different, something to wear during the evenings. I've been wearing this in the evenings, and I think it's excellent. I like the violet leaf in here as well. Still, obviously, as I said, got the Fahrenheit DNA in there. Slightly green, waxy, kind of musky-ness coming in there as well. It's a great fragrance, and I definitely would recommend you guys look into this if you haven't already. Great for night times. Oh, I like the bottle as well. I was going to say, yeah, I really like the way that this jet black goes all the way down into a kind of red currant color here. Really great design and quality, as always, from Dior. It's what you come to expect from that house. And next up is a fragrance which I like to do this actually from now and again in the winter, is wear something completely different. Normally you can wear incense, leather, woods, musky fragrances during the winter, vetiver. But sometimes I like to change it up and just wear something totally different. And actually, the reason I wore this fragrance recently was not for that reason. It was for a different reason. But anyway, it still goes to say that this is a great fragrance. This is from Penhaligon's, and this is Castile. A little bow tie there. So this utilizes all the different oils you get from a bitter orange tree. You've got your neroli, your orange blossom, petitgrain as well, and slightly woody and musky in the dry down. This is a very uplifting, very fresh scent, a citrus soapy scent, not really that soapy, but one of the best citrus fragrances I've come across. I definitely think it's worth checking out. Longevity is not the greatest, and I've actually reviewed this fragrance, so check that review out, and if you want to pick up a bit more details on this. But I find that if you want to increase the longevity on this, just spray it on clothes. It actually makes the longevity much better. Definitely worth checking out. Penhaligon's Castile. Next is a fragrance I wore a couple of times this week, and this is my I think it is actually, yeah, this is my latest fragrance purchase. So the latest addition to my fragrance collection, coming from the house of Serge Lutens, and this is Cedre. Well, I'm not sure it's going to focus there, is it? There you go. Yeah, so I'm just getting a hang of this thing. So yeah, this is actually, it's called Cedre, but it's actually not dominated by cedarwood. This is a great fragrance. I think this is quickly, well, I don't know. I mean, it definitely has a potential to be one of my best Serge Lutens fragrances. My favorite is Ambre Sultan. This is actually a tuberose dominated fragrance, definitely in the opening. There's something spicy lurking in the background, a touch of cinnamon, maybe a little bit of clove as well. But the tuberose notes in here, sometimes these type of floral notes can come across as very feminine. And I don't have a problem with that per se. It's just if the fragrance becomes feminine as a whole, then it's something that I wouldn't wear. But overall, This is a very, very intoxicating top notes to a fragrance, and it's definitely one of my favorites. I love the way this blends in with the cedarwood in the dry down, very dry, spicy in the middle, and a very, very intoxicating tuberose opening. I think this is definitely a unisex fragrance, and one to check out. You know, sometimes a lot of these Serge Lutens fragrances don't get mentioned here on YouTube, but they've got a huge amount of fragrances in his collection, and all of them deserve a look, not just your Shogi's of the world. So going on to my final fragrance, which I'm going to show you, and this is coming out of the house of Parfumerie Generale. This is Felanilla. Okay, quite simple bottle, quite boring, you know, nothing really going on with the packaging here, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's not a big deal because this is actually a great fragrance. This is a vanilla-based fragrance, so if you're into your vanilla scents, this is definitely one to check out. It's very, very alcoholic. I would describe it as alcoholic vanilla, like a orange liqueur mixed in with a vanilla, very authentic as well. It feels very authentic to me. There's a powderiness, a dryness, which I think comes from the iris. I can't be 100% sure. As you can see, this is a fairly new bottle. I've only used a little bit, not too much. And there's kind of like a green sweetness. I still haven't really got to terms or got to grips with this fragrance, but that's what I'm getting after I've worn this fragrance, you know, just under 10 times. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. Parfumerie Generale Felanilla. So yeah, so let me know, guys, what have you been wearing this week or for the past few days or whatever? What fragrance have you been wearing? Have you discovered anything new? Have you discovered anything which maybe you didn't like? Maybe if it was a sample. And yeah, it's always great hearing from you guys. Let me know, have you tried any of these fragrances? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? And why? So yeah, thanks guys, and I will see you soon. I've got a few sampling videos coming up, about 5 of them actually. So stay tuned for that, and see you soon. Bye.